Welcome back to the channel, you guys. Welcome back. Look what I pulled out of retirement. The Veles 29 from Proboat. She was actually enjoying her retirement, right? I hadn't run this boat in like a year and a half. I didn't run it any last season. Last time I run it was like 2 falls back. So she's been sitting up for a while. And I pulled it out. I had a few subscribers here lately asking about the Veles, where was it? And I decided to pull it out of retirement, right? So last night I pulled it out. I was checking it out, and I remember why the boat went into retirement, right? We used to speed run this boat a lot. I was pushing it like we were trying to get 100 mile per hour out of it. We ended up flipping it at 95, right? And I got a PB of like 92 or 93 with it without a flip. So she's fast, 92 mile per hour boat, right? She's pretty quick, but we beat on it. We beat on it for a while. And yeah, I was checking it out last night, and I remembered like why I freaking put it away. She's got a lot of spider webbing in this. Well, this is paint. It's a fiberglass hull. Fiberglass hulls, they're good, right? They're good. They're not quite as good as a carbon fiber hull. So you can only flip a fiberglass boat so many times before you start getting major spider webbing, right? So this is actually fragmented fiberglass, right? See it's actually soft. So I'm actually about to reinforce that area right here with some fiberglass. Last night I pulled it out, like I said, and was checking it out, and I was doing some pushing on it right here, and I heard some cracking, some like major cracking in this area where the ESC was sitting. And I was looking at it, and I got like all this, like this hole, like right here, all the way down this sponson's got a crack in it, and the other side has a crack and a lot of spider webbing. So that's the main reason I had retired this boat. But the hull itself is still in okay shape. It's good enough. We can put some electronics in it and try to get in the 80s with it. I don't think I want to push it and try to get 100 out of it or nothing, because I mean, unless it just runs good, right? We will. So I did a real quick carbon fiber inlay last night. It was real quick. It literally took me like an hour. Woke up this morning, grinded a couple little areas, pulled the tape off the battery trays, and here we are, right? I had to make a decision last night to use the stock tray, which I had cut short, or use a motor mount and install a servo mount. So I chose just to use the stock tray because it works, right? It works. The main reason I did the carbon fiber inlay was to roll the fabric over this edge right here, because I've already reinforced the inside of the sponson. I did that before I put these battery trays in, and I basically stopped that fiberglass reinforcement about right here, about where those spider webs are on the other side. So what I'm going to do, basically cut me a couple little rectangles and put a rectangle like right here, put a rectangle like over here before I put the electronics in it, right? So we're going to use the stock tray. Nothing fancy, just wanted to get the boat back on the water, you know? It deserves to be on the water. It's a fast boat. It's a quick, yeah, she's fast. So you guys are probably asking me, what are you going to put in here, right? I actually decided to put the exact same electronics in it that I had in it before, right? We were running this 4074 Triple S motor, 2050 kV. I beat on this motor. I've had this in a UL 19. I've had it in several boats, but lost some magnetism on the magnet over time. The motor's about 3 years old, so I went ahead and got a new one. Okay, triple S motor. And we're going to use a Offshore Electrics 150 Raider. Before, I think I was using a Fly Color 150. So I went with the Offshore Electrics this time with the cat pack and everything. Picked up a couple QS8s for it, a little small drive dog. And this coupler right here, which I cannot get it to seat all the way on the shaft. I'm having a hard time with that. So we're going to have to do some modifications to something. Offshore Electrics cable here. This is an imported cable, not our first choice for cables, but it should be fine for this, what we're trying to do. I usually run small props on this boat. I don't really like big props, trying for speed. So, yeah, we're going to go 25 kilogram DS, 2050 4074 OSE Raider 150, the included jacket, boom, 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 ready to go. Got some cooling line, right? I'll put all the parts that I'm going to use in the description. I've always just run single cooling on this boat. It's always worked, right? Always worked on this thing, because I've never really done ovals with it. It's always been a saw boat, right? I wasn't planning on doing this in this video, but I am. We're going to reinforce that little area right there that was soft. I was going to use the chopped up carbon fiberglass, not carbon fiber, the chopped fiberglass. But I'm not. We're going to use the wove fiberglass. Chopped is a little stronger. The wove is a little easier to lay down, especially up forward in these tight areas. So let's do it. All right, so I got this piece. It's going to wrap around the bottom corner. I already put a real thin strip in there, right? So we're going to put this. All right, so you can see the fabric. I got it all the way up to the tip. Okay. All right. So I got that piece laid out. I was thinking about breaking out that optical camera, but I can see in this boat pretty good. So it starts about right here and ends about right there. Well, this one's the exact same size. So that's about how big a piece I put in there. Put this piece in kind of at an angle, and it wrapped around the top. Right. So it's actually good that I'm doing this because I added some weight back here with this carbon fiber, and this will actually be good. Get some weight forward. I've already done the other side. I figured I'd turn the camera on. I don't know how much you guys are going to be able to see. This boat's tight. I'm just wetting out the hole. I've already cleaned it with alcohol, sanded it with a sanding piece of sandpaper on the end of this wire. Hey, but big belly does come in handy for something. I'm holding the back of the boat up with my belly. Alright. Doubt you guys can see it, but I'm wrapping this piece right here at an angle so that it rolls up onto the top side. You guys see what I got? Can you see that piece of fabric right there? I put it in there at an angle so it like wraps around it like that. Okay. And now I'm going to wet it out. Now this one. I don't even think I'm going to need to use this roller. I was going to use that roller in there. I don't think I need it. So this, get the boat set up on my belly. Man, that laid out real nice. Alright, now let me get this epoxy soaked flashlight out of here. I don't care. I'll let my damn flashlight sit right in the epoxy. Alright. Let's go ahead and put us another piece in here. Why not? Okay, so I got my mess cleaned up, and I'm gonna include about a 30-second clip of this in there, snaking around. This is a inspection camera from Depsta, I guess you'd say that like that. Pretty nice, actually. My first time really using it for a project, and I wish I would have done it before and after, but you guys kind of get the idea, really, you know. Kind of get you in here with this. So I'm just going to voice over on this part. Hopefully it comes out okay. Yeah, just using my cell phone as a visual aid. Okay, and we're just recording onto the phone. Ooh, look at that big string of hardened carbon fiber. Don't you love it? And that big blob right there, huh? But the area that we worked on actually turned out pretty good. You don't see any like blisters or fiberglass where it didn't lay down, delamination. It actually set down onto the hole pretty good. This camera is very useful, actually. You can see the tip up there where I reinforced it. The tunnel where I laid a big bead of fiberglass in the tunnel up there. You see that for reinforcement? Did that last year or 2 years ago. But everything turned out pretty good, right? This camera is it was pretty freaking trick, man. Yeah, we just snaked that little sucker right in there. Oh, that's gonna come in handy for a lot of projects or some spy games. Come on. How'd you guys like the footage? Did it help you out any? I mean, I guess you couldn't really see too much because I had already done all the work, but it's been about 6 hours since I did the reinforcement, and yeah, it actually did help. Remember, it was real soft. I mean, I was pushing in about this much, and you could really see it, the impression, right? And also out here where all this spider webbing is. So we ran that piece at an angle. I run a piece all right here, and then I put another piece in right there, right? So that's good. That's good. Ooh, doggy. Ooh, doggy. I got my QS8 soldered up. I did a little tutorial on this using this 100-watt Weller and that 96.3 silver solder. I don't know if I'll post it. I always get a bunch of backlash whenever I post soldering videos. Hadn't posted one in years. Oh, we'll see. We'll see. Anyway, we'll see you guys next time. I got that done. Basically, all we got to do is put it in the boat, right? So, yeah, thanks for watching. She's lightly ironcladded out, right? Patched up just for the season. And like I said, we'll probably either sink it to the bottom or we will retire it at the end of the year, okay? See you next time.